He said that this would reduce people's carbon footprint. He's talking about climate change. He's talking about the Green New Deal. And so when he defines this as a right, in truth, he then goes on really to just admit that it's social engineering to achieve his own political goal, which is reducing the carbon footprint.
Right, he does make that. He even talks about the high-speed rail and other proposals that he supports. And look, I think he's trying to draw attention to his platform. We know he's polling at about 3% or so on average. The debate's coming up, and it did get attention. It's the kind of thing that he has done before, but I think he is a little bit clumsy with the way he worded it, and I think we actually agree on that because by saying you're going to force people to live in a certain place, by saying that living close to where you work is a right. It's just not the best way to get the point across. And then to tie it to the carbon footprint, I guess technically he's right. I don't think he's wrong in that if you live close to where you work, you reduce your carbon footprint. But that assumes everyone wants to do that. Not everyone is going to want to do that. Some people are going to want to live in other areas or work in an area that may not be near where they live.
Right, or what if they work 2 jobs?
It sounds like government overreach, which will scare people away, and we don't want that.
Totally. Or what about the people that work 2 jobs? I mean, this has been a favorite narrative coming from the left recently anyway. It's how they've tried to counter the unemployment rate. They've said, actually, the unemployment rate is so low because people are working 2 jobs, which is not how our unemployment rate is calculated. You and I know that. But it's something that they've said. So what if you work 2 jobs? Do you have a human right to have a house by both of your jobs? And if so, does the government provide that? I mean, this is so crazy.
Right, no, and I'm sure he would even agree with that. I mean, look, I have to drive. I have a 3-year-old who's in school in Georgetown, but I work in Arlington, so I have to leave Arlington to go to Georgetown. Then I live in D.C., about 10 minutes from Capitol Hill. So people have different obligations that pull them in so many different directions anyway, especially if you have a family and responsibilities like that. So when the government starts making those kind of assumptions that people want to live in these areas or in those areas, I just think that's going too far. Like you talk about, you may have 2 jobs. You may go to school and take classes somewhere else and do things. It's just, you can't put everyone in one box like that when talking about where they live and where they work.
You used the right term before, I think, when you said it's government overreach. It is government overreach, combined with this social engineering, combined with the fact that Beto O'Rourke is crazy. He is certainly crazy. Last question here for you, and this is kind of going into the debates tomorrow night. Do you consider Beto O'Rourke to be a serious candidate for president?
Well, I'm actually surprised he's done as well as he has, given the missteps he had. So no, I don't think he's going to win for president. I personally would like to see him run for Senate in Texas. He's ruled that out. I don't understand why he would do that.
Because
seems
he
like
lost.
A great job. He came close the first time. He came close. He could try again. You never know. But I don't think he can win for president. No.